Okay, so we've got some breaking news. Just moments ago, Phil Mickelson went to social media with a statement. We're going to read that statement in just a second. I want to hear what all of your reactions are to this in the comments. But effectively, Phil has admitted to his gambling addiction, and he gives us a little bit of a status update of where he is at with it right now and starts to fill us in on some of the struggles he's dealt with over the past few years. This is the first time we're really hearing directly from Phil on this. However, there had been plenty of speculation in the last couple of years over just how deep his gambling addiction goes. And then this was really, the fires were really stoked on this. About a month ago, a book was released called Gambler, The Secrets from a Life at Risk. And this was what kind of first really reported into how significant Phil's gambling really was. And in some interviews with bookies and otherwise, in the book, they had kind of uncovered that Phil had gambled somewhere around $1 billion in total over the life of his career, and that his losses were somewhere around $100 million. So needless to say, if that is true, this is a significant gambling addiction. And like I said, what's rumors, what's true? It's kind of hard to separate that. But let's dive really quickly into the statement from Phil Mickelson to see what it says. So Phil starts off, and this is right on, of course, on the cusp of the start of the football season. So Phil says, most of you will enjoy this football season with moderation while having lots of fun and entertainment. The fantasy leagues will provide banter amongst friends, and money won or lost betting won't affect you. I won't be betting this year because I crossed the line of moderation and into addiction, which isn't any fun at all. The money wasn't ever the issue since our financial security has never been threatened. But I was so distracted I wasn't able to be present with the ones I love and caused a lot of harm. This lack of presence has been so hurtful. You're here, but you're not with us is something I've been told often throughout my addiction. It affected those I care about in ways I wasn't aware or could fully understand. It's like a hurricane is going on outside, and I'm isolated in a shelter, oblivious to what was happening. When I came out, there was so much damage to clean up that I just wanted to go back inside and not deal with it. If you ever cross the line of moderation and enter into addiction, hopefully you won't confuse your enablers as friends like I did. Hopefully you won't have to deal with these difficult moments publicly so others can profit off you like I have. But hopefully you will have a strong and supportive partner who is willing to help you through being your worst self and through your worst moments like I have in Amy. She has loved me and supported me through my darkest and most difficult times. I couldn't have gotten through this without her. I'm so grateful for her strength in helping us get through the many challenges I've created for us. Because of her love, support, and commitment, I'm back on track to being the person I wanted to be. After many years of receiving professional help, not gambling, and being in recovery from my addictions, I'm now able to sit still, be present in the moment, and live each day with inner calm and peace. I still have a lot of cleaning up to do with those I love the most, but I'm doing it slowly and as best as I can. This football season and beyond, enjoy yourself with moderation so it doesn't detract from your ability to be present. In my experience, the moments with the ones you love will be far more remembered than any bet you win or fantasy league triumph. Signed, Phil Mickelson. So obviously a lot to unpack here. Have to, of course, feel for Phil, as he says, facing these issues so publicly. Of course, anyone in the public eye, that is going to be something that's going to be an added difficulty when struggling with addiction. I also am reading between the lines here where he says addictions. does make me wonder if there was any other addictions he was battling as well. Of course, the gambling is the one that is most widely known because of through the years, just kind of this buildup around Phil of just knowing that he was a gambler and just kind of, as I said, trying to get an idea of how big that was. Regardless, if it is true, $100 million in losses, I know Phil, as he mentions in this statement, that his financial security was never at risk, but regardless, that is a lot of money to lose. But hopefully this comes with some reconciliation with Phil and his family. Again, whether you are a Phil Mickelson fan or not, whenever someone is going through something this significant, you have to feel for them in that what's undoubtedly a very difficult and emotionally taxing process. But no doubt this is only the tip of the iceberg. I am sure with this admission and this announcement, there will be countless different news agencies and otherwise that will most likely speculate on what, if anything, this has to do with what we've seen from Phil over the last 2 years, whether this relates in any way to some of the statements and otherwise he made as he parted his way with the PGA Tour. Who really knows? If you remember, Phil was very active on social media for a while. And then after the statements were made and the issues that resulted from that, he kind of went dark for quite some time. And he's only now just starting to reemerge and have a voice on social media again. So again, just an initial response, reaction, wanted to kind of get that out there. Take a look at this statement and see what you guys think. Make sure to let us know in the comments because this undoubtedly is big news. No matter how you look at it, the admission, it gets it out there. It gets it out there in the air. It takes something that was kind of very publicly known but not ever fully confirmed and confirms what a lot of people believe to be true about the depth of Phil Mickelson's addiction. But again, remains to be seen how that journey will continue to play out. So we'll keep an eye on it. We'll keep chatting about it here on the podcast, but that's the news for now. It's out there. The statement's out there. You can read it on his social media accounts. Let us know what you think in the comments. We'll see you in the next video.